Margaret, and first of all, Minister, as the Minister, I know you for a while, and I'm not blaming you for any of this, first of all. But the one thing I will say to you, you're dealing with an elephant, for the simple reason the Department of Health is one place, but the HSE do their own thing. I remember a few years ago, the Rosalie unit in Castlereagh, when there was elderly people, different needs in it, and they done everything in their power, and everyone right across the board, Fine Gael, Fianna Fáil, Sinn Féin, Independents fought again, Tony Canavan at the time, and his team, where they wanted to keep it open. And unfortunately, a lot of those people, once they were moved, unfortunately they've passed away. I remember the battle that Liam Welsh fought for his mother, and indeed for the rest of the residents. But they had to close it. They were going to do new things with it. And the CAM service was going to be the whole new thing. We were brought down during COVID. We were put apart from each other. There was a big launch of what was going to be done for the mental health services in Roscommon for young people. We were going to have the most sophisticated system. And I know, in fairness to you, you were down there a few months ago. But I brought it up. That was the launch. Big hoo-ha. Political stunt. That's what I call it. Political stunt. Then, a few months, or about 6 months later, or 9 months later, I had leaders' questions. It was below in the convention centre. Brought it up to the Taoiseach, the original Taoiseach, Mr. Varadkar of the time. And he was stunned that it wasn't open, in fairness to the guy. But it wasn't his fault, for the simple reason the HSE do their own thing. All this was in there at the moment. A building done up, a television the size of a room, but sadly the services aren't there. And this is what's going on. You have a Department of Health and a Minister, no fault of theirs. I'm not going to blame you, because you have an elephant out of control in the line of the HSE. And there's children, we've seen cases in our own county, unfortunately. We've seen reports done. It will never happen again. And unfortunately, I've read through the courts what went on in certain parts of the country. And I'd just say, does anyone learn? I heard John McGuinness talking that people need to be accountable. Let's get it clear in here, and let's not be BS out there to the public. There's no sacking or no getting rid of these people. That's the bottom line. And I think we have to be honest with the public out there, because basically, no matter what they do in any department, you don't get rid of them. You can't get rid of them. The best you can hope for is that you'll move them sideways to something else. And in the line of children, I've seen children time and time again, you ring up, you try and help them. Oh, well, such one is on holidays. Everyone seems to be on holidays as far as I can see. Then the person you contact, you ring them. You might get them. Then we'll go for an assessment. Then you're going to see someone after a month or two. If you have psychiatric problems, if you have depression, you deal with it straight away. It doesn't hold for 2 or 3 months or for 6 months. That's the problem. And what these parents are doing, unfortunately, and some of them are on real low livings, they have to scrape to try and get private consultants and private people to try and help their children. And we can, everyone in here, I've listened to all the different TDs, public representatives, and they mean what they say. I'm not having a go at anyone. But there's a reality here. No more than when we ask the question from a minister, you'll get a nice reply back, sure, we'll get word for you in 2 weeks' time, the HSE will reply back. They are out there, they do what they want, and we have no say on them. And I think we have to be honest to the public. One time ago, when politicians had a bit of a say, everyone was given out, including journalists and the lot. And now, it's gone too far the other way. And it's in a sad state, and I'm sad thing to say, that there isn't a lot of hope for youngsters out there at the moment with the services that's being supplied. That's a sad thing to have to say to people. That's all I'm going to say, because I haven't a lot of faith in statements anymore in this place. Thanks.
Thank you very much.